Babysitter who left one-year-old boy with hand-shaped bruises on his face jailed for just 3 months for assaulting baby, and he was only charged after a public outcry. Babysitter Markell Hilaire was left with Jacob Marbury, 1, for 2 hours. Parents returned from date to find Hilaire asleep and their baby screaming. Their child had a hand-shaped bruise on his face the next morning. Parents had to campaign for 3 months before Hilaire, 27, was charged. He finally admitted assault today and has been jailed for 3 months. A babysitter who left a 1-year-old boy with hand-shaped bruises on his face has been jailed for just 3 months for assaulting the child. Markell Hilaire, 27, was left to look after Jacob Marbury for 2 hours in March while the baby's parents, Joshua Marbury and Alicia Quinney, went on a date. When they returned to their home in Sherwood, Oregon, they found their son screaming and Hilaire, a family friend, fast asleep. The next morning they noticed that Jacob was covered in bruises and reported what had happened to the police. But it took 3 months for any charges to be brought against Hilaire, possibly because of a state law which makes it difficult to prosecute violent offenders unless the victim can speak for themselves. Jacob's parents posted pictures of his bruised face on social media, and after 3 months of campaigning, Hilaire was charged. The parents believe the delay in prosecuting the babysitter was linked to a ruling by the Oregon Court of Appeals which makes it harder to file abuse charges if the victim cannot speak. Prosecutors have to prove the victim suffered a physical injury and suffered substantial pain, which is not easy when the victim cannot describe what pain they were in. A Facebook post written by Mr. Marbury was shared 150,000 times as he appealed for the authorities to take action. Ms. Quinney said when she returned from the date and saw Jacob's black eye, she assumed he had drawn on his face, but quickly realized something far more sinister had happened. Hilaire, who initially pleaded not guilty, admitted third-degree assault today and was sentenced to 3 months in prison followed by 3 years of probation, Fox 12 reported. He said sorry in court today after changing his plea. "First of all, I want to apologize for what I did," he said. It does not define what I am, and I was not in the right state of mind when I did what I did, and I hope that Jacob is okay and he grows." Ms. Quinney said her 3-year-old daughter, who was also being looked after by Hilaire when he attacked Jacob, still talks about the stuff that happened last night. Diane Hilaire, the babysitter's aunt, said she thought the sentence was harsh as she claimed the parents knew her nephew was drunk when they left him to care for their children. "I have a 17-year-old son, and I would never leave him in the hands of a drunk individual. I mean, you guys have kids. Would you leave them in the hands of drunk people? I don't think so," she told Fox 12.